See, Mr. Piyush Goyal is a minister in the central government. And I think he needs to do a bit of his homework, okay, because he doesn't seem to know what his other ministers or his cabinet colleagues have been talking about on Palestine. Also, at the same time, I think Mr. Piyush Goyal needs to go back into history and also do a bit of study. Because the earlier ex-Prime Minister of India, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, also supported the cause of Palestine. He's spoken about the land of Palestine. He's spoken about how Israel has been dealing with Palestine. And it has been India's stand to support the people of Palestine. Okay? Now when I talk about him doing a bit of homework and trying to know what is happening around him, he should also go back a few days, and go and read what our External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, had said. Mr. Jaishankar had spoken on the call for a creation of a separate, sovereign Palestine state. So I think all this study and homework needs to be done by Mr. Piyush Goyal, because just by passing any kind of statements and calling out Mr. Sharad Pawar, I think it just shows how his knowledge is weak, how he's only trying to toe the line of the Bharatiya Janata Party. Whereas, it sounds like, how on social media, certain sections of people who have no knowledge about what the Palestine and Israel war is about or the situation in Palestine is about, he's talking like those people. So if he says it's preposterous, I think I'll make it simple and say that, the meaning of preposterous is silly, ridiculous. I think silly and ridiculous statements are being made by Mr. Piyush Goyal. And you have to understand one thing. Right now, there are people on both sides, whether it's Palestine or Israel. Innocent people are dying and they are suffering. So now is the time for Mr. Piyush Goyal to talk about those people instead of making these kind of statements. The stand that Mr. Sharad Pawar had spoken about is the stand of the country taken by all the governments earlier too. Even some time ago, our Honorable Prime Minister, Mr. Narendra Modi, has written a letter in support of Palestine. So if Mr. Goyal is making statements like this, then I think he's not just pulling down Mr. Sharad Pawar, but he's also pulling down and insulting the Prime Minister of our country, that is Mr. Narendra Modi, and is also insulting our ex-Prime Minister, Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee, because he's questioning their stand. See, Mr. Piyush Goyal, like I said earlier, needs to do a bit of homework and needs to stop behaving like someone from the troll army. Okay, he's behaving like how people on social media who have no knowledge and talk. You have to see the statement made by our party president, Mr. Sharad Pawar, in totality. He has supported the people of Israel. He's also supported the people of Palestine, because there are people innocent who are dying on both sides. So you have to support both the people. The question of land of Palestine and Israel, that's a big issue that needs to be taken care by all governments. The countries that are actually part of this, world have to come together and try and find a way out of this. So by,
Are NCP supporting Palestine people?
we are supporting the innocent people of Palestine and the innocent people of Israel who are losing their life. He has said that. He has said that very clearly. You look at the statement. See, that's what I'm trying to tell you. People are looking at a particular statement. Don't behave like trolls. Behave like mature ministers. Your job in the ministry is to set an example and give a message to the people of the country. Don't behave like people who are, sitting on WhatsApp who have nothing to do, or sitting on social media, nothing to do.
So NCP stands with India's stand?
And we've always been standing with the people of India. The government stand has to be taken. Like I said a few days ago, are you trying to say that External Affairs Minister, Mr. Jaishankar, is supporting the people of Palestine and not supporting the people of Israel when he says that we have to talk about the creation of a sovereign Palestine? So isn't Mr. Jaishankar's stand the stand of India? So if Mr. Piyush Goyal is questioning, then he should be intelligent enough to know what is going on around him and talk what the country wants and not what he wants as a member of the Bharatiya Janata Party.